Oh boy. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. Testing, turkey sandwich T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Testing, turkey sandwich 10, 9, 8. Alright. Let me turn that down just a smidget. See how that is. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Turkey sandwich. I don't want the sound to be too loud, but I do want music on. Alright, I'm going to move the tablet underneath the desk and see how that is now. That's alright. Some songs that I have on my playlist are a little pitchier than others. I'm not sure. Let me turn it down one more smidget. I think this will be it. I think this is the perfect setting. Let me see now. Hey, what's going on? Yes, we are on. I'm doing my sound checks right now. Welcome in. That will have to do. Thank you guys for coming in to Freestyle Thursdays with LA. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Good morning, good evening, good night to all of you. Yeah, it's Thursday already. I'm still like in La La Land from that last live stream from the I was about to say bean sprouts. Apparently I'm still trying to wake up. Not bean sprouts, the intentionally very long live stream show with Basket Head. What a fantastic voyage. I had a great time yesterday, y'all. Basket Head. Top of the morning to y'all. Thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Oliver Smith, what's going on? 8730. High five. Happy Thursday to you. Today's date is, let me look on here, Thursday, November 20th, 2025. When I was younger, I always thought that Thanksgiving was on the 24th. I think once upon a time it used to be on the 24th, and they passed the law to have it on the last Thursday of the month so it can coincide with the Black Friday shopping. But for some reason in my heart, Thanksgiving will always be November 24th. So having said that, I like to eat food. And even if I didn't like to eat food, I have to eat food to survive. And one of the simplistic things that I can think of in reference to the holidays and just comfort food in general is the glorious, delectable, divine pot pie. Round of applause for the pot pie. Now that I have my thumbnail made, what's going on, Tarsis? Hi y'all, high five. I'm gonna go into YouTube Studio really quickly and put the title of this video into, I'm going to put the title of this live stream into the title. And I'm just gonna simply put pot pies in here. Now on the thumbnail, I was able to make a thumbnail before I started because I thought of what I wanted to make about 30 to 40 minutes after waking up. I was like, you know what, I want a pot pie, or heck, even a vegetable pot pie. You know, that might be fun for the holidays. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm quite sure I've talked about pot pies in the past, y'all. But what's wrong with talking about them again? I'm quite sure since the last time I talked about them, which seems like 5 years ago, I'm hoping that when I look online, it will have some new lines of pot pies out, like from different companies. So hopefully that's the case. So let me put pot pies, and pot pies is 2 words. Pot pies. Excuse me, pot pies, chicken pot pies, chicken pot pies, vegetable pot pies, VEGGIE pies, turkey pies, turkey pies, and all of the pies. There, I put the title in. Good morning, everybody. Yay! As I was saying, guys, I had a really good time yesterday on the very long live stream show with Baskethead. Good morning. How are you doing? He's drooling already at the mouth. Quickly, get Tarsus a handful of napkins. But I feel the same way. So the next thing I'm going to look for is, see, I know, you guys, I know there's a pie emoji on here. So I'm going to look for a pie emoji. P-I-E. There it is. And I hope that when I press enter, that when it goes up, you guys will be able to see the pies as well. It transferred differently on the Chromebook that I'm typing on. It's got the standard traditional pie, the pie crust and the pan lid. But when it transfers over to the Android phone, it shows up like pumpkin pie with the dollop of whipped cream or carrot pie. Yeah, just like yours, Tarsus. So that's how mine's converted over. But on my Chromebook, it looks like the traditional pie. Like, you know, the traditional pie, like in the Looney Tunes cartoon, they had the grandma with the white hair and the bun, and she's cute, and she's got her apron on, and she takes the pie out of the oven, and she's like, lo-de-do-de-do, hoo-hoo-hoo, and she sits it on the ledge. That pie with the tin pan underneath. No, 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 no. But nonetheless, I happened to find a emoji with pie. You guys are already participating in the survey. I'm going to read it and see. Oh, I do have 2 of these open. Let me close one of these windows so I can assure that the live stream goes undisturbed. So I have here, which pot pie are you picking today? We have 3 choices. We have chicken pot pie, turkey pie, and vegetable. 83% of my cool peeps said chicken pot pie, 17% of my cool peeps said turkey, and 0 said vegetables. Now, we are all adults in here, so you don't have to eat your vegetables. So I'm going to assume and pretend in my mind that since we're all adults, we don't have to eat our vegetables like we were once told. Eat your vegetables so you can live a long time. So in the spirit of rebellion, no one has selected the vegetable pot pie. 2 pot pies, ginger ale, then a nap. Oh my gosh, high 10. If that don't sound good, that sounds wonderful. I'm going to choose the turkey pot pie, guys. Let me type it in here right now. So I've made my selection. I want a turkey pot pie simply because it's closer to the holidays, and I think that'd be cool. So I am choosing. I choose you, Pikachu! Pikachu, I choose you! Pikachu! Turkey. Turk. There's turkey. And I'm going to put pie. While I'm thinking about and talking about turkey pot pies and all of the pies, my mind is also wandering into the realm of the claymation film, Chicken Run. We all talked about Chicken Run before. I think we actually talked about a 2-in-1 combo topic. By was it on? It probably was a Freestyle Thursday. We talked about Chicken Run and I think Stranger Things at the same dang time. Hey, what's going on? Hello. Yeah, and so speaking of Stranger Things, guys, Stranger Things is coming out soon, and like Tarsus, he said he was gonna have like he's got his chickens and stuff ready because that's what he's gonna eat when Stranger Things comes on. He's got a whole bunch of chickens. Was it 23 chickens, Tarsus? You had that and something else you was gonna have for to watch Stranger Things, and I'm bringing cookies. I do remember that. So Stranger Things is approaching. And we had to have our snacks ready. I am choosing turkey pie. Turkey pot. P-I-E. There. Thank you for coming in. Hello. Oh, this is a good question, guys. So let me add this to the roster. I have a pop-up that came on my Android phone, and I want to utilize it so I can continue having special features coming to my live streams. So this one is a pop-up questionnaire, and the question is really cool, so I don't really have to alter the question or completely change it. Sometimes, guys, this pop-up questionnaire that I'm filling out on the phone, it asks random questions, and some of the questions are kind of risque, so I have to completely abort the questionnaire and add and change it into something that's a little bit more appeasing to my climate of conversation. But this one is nice. It says pizza thin or thick crust. So I'm here for it. I'm going to use it and put my special touch on it by adding emojis and carrying on. And that's what we're going to do. I like this question. So I'm starting the Q&A. It should pop up on you guys' phones shortly. So shouts out to YouTube for not making this morning difficult. Let me go and read you guys' comments. Chickens fattening? Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah, how's the chicken fattening coming along? How are the chickens? Are they looking great? Are you walking around the farm with your tape measure to see if they're wide enough for the picking? How do you find hope after being let down by something or someone? You always have to keep moving forward and accept that when you wake up, there's always something or someone who's on the opposite end of the happiness spectrum who is determined to try to make your day a living Hades. Knowing that just keeps you in tune with yourself and helping you just want to choose to intentionally have happy thinking. Even though it can be hard. Thin crust, we're already picking. Tarsus, oh, that's for you guys. That's men talking amongst men. Thick, thin. So in this moment, pizza thin or thick crust? I want thick crust pizza. And this moment, dude, that's going to be great. So yeah, Tarsus is fattening up his chickens for the Stranger Things event that will be coming on sometime next week, guys. Yes. Now let me minimize this so I can get to the pot pie of it all. I wonder what the history of pot pies are. Maybe I should start there in the questionnaire. I have plenty of time to get to an abundance of topics in the realm of pot pies. But y'all, I hope this will not turn into a Jello situation where maybe 4 streams ago, which was almost a month ago, I wanted to simply have a light, cute, fun, casual, carefree, freestyle Thursdays. And I honestly wanted to talk about Jello. But the further I went into talking about Jello, y'all, there was a rabbit hole with the sign that said, "Do you want to enter or abandon hope, all ye who enter?" I'm like, what? And I chose to keep reading. And I effed around and found out some creepy stuff in the name of Jello. And I was compelled to keep researching and researching. So much to the point I think I ended up having like 3 additional videos talking about the makings of Jello, and I'm not going there. So I'm saying all this to say, y'all, I hope that me just wanting to talk about good food won't lead me down another dark day in YouTube, in the YouTube dungeon. And I found out something I didn't want to find out by way of AI overview about my precious chicken, turkey, and vegetable pot pies. I'm getting ready to cue it up now as we speak. Thank you guys for coming in and good morning. Hey, what's going on? Let me see here. What are you saying? What? What are you saying? Dun, 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 dun. If I could take three things on a deserted island, Ryan Seacrest, thin crust pizza, or shovel. Well, just bring a big enough duffel bag and you can carry all three of your heart's desires into your deserted island. Wow. Welcome to the wonderful world of imagination here on Elay TV. I want to type in what are the origins of the pot pie? Potpie. Okay, AI Overview is loading up. Shouts out to AI Overview. It's been a wonderful assistant on here for us, pulling up the notes so I don't have to read thousands of articles and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty much compiling all the articles into one answer. Eventually, I'll be able to get around to getting a program so you guys can read what I'm reading in real time. But one heel at a time, and I'm going to work this system that I currently have until I can get something a little better moving forward. You guys are really tearing it up in the comments this morning. Thank you so much. I'm going to read them. We read the Ryan Seacrest one already. What do you think about Ryan Seacrest? Do you think all right? We did gather around the bonfire maybe 2 months ago, and we talked about the Cool Peeps, and I talked about Ryan Seacrest, Vanna White, and there was another person. We talked about Vanna White because we just collectively thought she's a cool lady, and someone even put Vanna White for president. And I'm like, I'm here for it. How can you not like Vanna White? Oh, we talked about Vanna White because we found out Ryan Seacrest took over the job of Pat Sajak. And that's why we started talking about Ryan Seacrest. And around that time, there was news flaking around on YouTube about Ryan Seacrest and how his weight was changing and people were concerned and blah, blah, blah. So if you're a fan of Ryan Seacrest, Kathy Ramirez, how is his health doing? Is he okay now? Is his health back into a stable balance? Moving forward, let's see here. Welcome. Thank you guys for coming in. Yeah, I know that's right. Yeah, prayers up for your mom. Exactly. Exactly. So let me see. Did I miss anything beyond that? Okay. Hi, can you please pray for my mom? She had to go to the hospital because she stopped. Yeah, if it's serious, yes, prayers up. It's just that's something you don't want to ignore. We know people like to play really grim jokes like that, but on the grand scheme of things, I don't want your mom to be in trouble. So yeah, prayers up for your mom over here. Definitely peace and love to you and yours. And I'm sorry that is happening. Thank you guys. All right, let's see here. Moving forward. You guys are really chatting up. Thank you guys for coming in. Moving forward. Now, if I'm a little dismissive, I don't know if you're playing around or not, but I'm going to move forward past that because if it's a true thing, I do wish the best. So moving forward, I did type in my AI overview, Popeyes and the origins thereof. We've got pot pies originated from ancient Greek meat pies. I did hear about that growing up. Was I in middle school or high school where pot pies derived from the ancient Greek times. For some reason, I think I maybe was in 8th grade when that was brought up. I believe my Mr. R. Colt, no, that might have been my high school teacher. I believe I had a social studies teacher. I don't remember his name right now, but my 8th grade social studies teacher, I think he actually did mention that about the pot pies and the food. How in the world we got on the topic about that, I haven't the slightest idea, but here we are, and I'm talking about it years later. So shouts out to my 8th grade social studies teacher. And we say here, pot pies originated from ancient Greek meat pies and medieval English dishes, evolving into crustless stew, called bot boy, by Pennsylvania Dutch colonists before becoming the iconic dish known today. The dish evolution is a result of its resourceful use of leftover meats and vegetables, which were enclosed in the pastry shell to become a hearty conventional meal. Shouts out to hearty conventional meals. Ma'am, your afro is on point. Thank you. Shouts out to my hair. My hair has a mind of its own, and I'm just letting it freely roam on my head. Thank you so much. We have here ancient origins. Oh, you think it's going to be something spooky and mystical in reference to the ancient origins of the beloved pot pie? Let it roam. Here for it. I definitely am, because it takes the stress down. I'm not going to stress over it. Hearty conventional pot pies. Exactly. That alone sounds great. Are you guys familiar with the Hungry Man frozen dinners? They have Hungry Man frozen dinners. So having said that, hearty conventional pot pies, Tarsus, wouldn't that be the next move for the Hungry Man people who make the Hungry Man frozen meals for men, to have a Hungry Man hearty conventional pot pie? Whoo! Mouth watering. I think I'm even crying a little bit over the thought. Don't that sound good, believable, and promising? Here, take this hearty conventional Hungry Man's pot pie, and you will be full for 2 to 3 days. It's like, I believe. I believe. I believe in the chicken pot pie. Thank you, guys. So we have ancient origins. Ancient Greece, created the first savory meat pies called artokrisas, which featured a meat and vegetable filling in an open pastry shell. Open pastry shell. Y'all, don't that sound good? And we're not even getting into the meat and potatoes of it all. Thank you guys for the hearts and stuff. I see them over here on the monitor. Thank you so much, guys. Here's a hug from me to y'all. Roman Empire, in reference to ancient origins of the lovely pot pie, adopted Greek traditions and added top crust, making them more similar to modern pot pies. What do you mean modern pot pies? How do you modernize a chicken pot pie, a turkey pot pie, or a vegetable pot pie? Hey, Chile, how you doing? You always come in at the right times. Right times meaning I'm always finishing a serious thought. According to me, how can you modernize a chicken pot pie? I mean, how can you? What are we supposed to do? The NASA people are breaking into their labs, putting advanced technology into the chicken pot pie? I hope not. Yes, so how in the world can we modernize a chicken pot pie? Put vitamins in it? I think that's what it is. I'm gonna go with putting vitamins in it. You know how they have smart water? Now introducing the evolution of chicken pot pies globally. Banquet now presents to you, not from farm to table, yes, but lab to table. You've heard of smart waters. Now we've got smart chicken pot pies. Oh man, with all the vitamins and minerals you'll ever need. Get into it. I want a smart chicken pot pie, mama. Let's make chicken fake again. Thank you for liking my sense of humor. Put a window in it. Hey, instead of the cute little forks, you know when you make chicken pot pies at home, you get the bare minimum is to use the fork and put it around the crust to make the prints. You take a little knife and you cut slits in it, teardrop slits. So what we're doing, just carving whole gigantic windows in it for the microwave children. Yes, I'm here with you, Chile. They will cut out a big old window, which is a big old square in the top of the chicken pot pie, so it can cool off faster for the microwave generation. So not only will the chicken pot pies of the future be smart chicken pot pies infused with vitamins and minerals, it will have a big old hole in the top, so when you take it out of the oven or the microwave, it can cool off 7 times faster than your traditional chicken pot pie. I'm through. When you come here to Elay TV and join around the bonfire with my cool peoples and I, you learn so much in 5 minutes than you will ever learn in the lifetime of going to school. Yes, modernized Popeyes will be served in Jell-O. Here we go. Modernized Popeyes will be served in Jell-O, maybe. And delivered to your home. I mean, we have robots door-dashing Pizza Hut to folks in California. Why not deliver Popeyes mixed in Jell-O? Or should I say, Jell-O infused chicken pot pie sold to a door near you. The microwave makes the pot pie taste like poop. Hello, welcome in from Germany. How are you doing? We are gathered here today talking about the delicious and beloved pot pie and pizza at the same dang time. Welcome in from Germany. How are you? Hawaiian pizza is the best pizza, thick or thin. It's the topping of the gods. Yo, my family and I had pineapple pizza like a week and a half ago, I believe. Shouts out to Domino's Pizza. So one of the pizzas, we actually scored a free pizza. You know, with Domino's Pizza, if you order so many times, you get these digital punch cards. Digital punch cards. So you get digital punch cards on Domino's. And so I cashed in on the free medium pizza. And on that free pizza, I got ham and pineapple. So yes, I'm here for the ham and pineapples. It's a wonderful thing. And to further answer your question, funny guy, it would be thick crust pizza, pineapple, ham. Definitely. It's wonderful. Hawaii is the best. We had someone else come in from Hawaii yesterday with the basket head. So shouts out to Hawaii for showing up. High five. Thank you so much. I appreciate my cool peeps gathering in from around the world. Y'all, this just feels like a big old Valentine's Day card. When did I say microwave? Well, I filled in the blank because there was a ... So I just filled in the blank. We can ad-lib since it's a blank there. What were you going to say? Not a spider. We're not putting spiders in Jell-O, Tarsus. You're making Frankenstein meals. And because I read that out loud, you know who you resurrected from a deep slumber. He was actually asleep, y'all, until Tarsus started talking about spiders.
What are we talking about this morning? Hey, Tarsus, what's going on, man? Shouts out from New Zealand in the house. Welcome in from New Zealand. What's going on, my cool people? We're talking about pineapple pizza, or are we talking about chicken pot pies?
It's one and the same. We're talking about chicken pot pies, and we're talking about the glorious pizza.
Well, I want the chicken pot pie. Put me down for an order of a chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie with a cheese crust. I'll take it. Yes, I'll take it. Welcome in from the wonderful land of Australia. Shout out to all my cool people from around the world.
Yes, now please go fix those pancakes. So it seems like everyone is a fan around the world of chicken pot pies or pot pies in general and pizza. I am totally here for it. Little guy is here. He heard you and he woke up out of his slumber, to which he shouldn't be sleeping because he's supposed to be helping me in the background, like run the cameras, and be the security guard at the front door, guarding and watching for DoorDash, and making pancakes. But he was sleeping on the job. Moving forward, we have in the history of the delicious chicken pot pie, ancient Greece. We talked about the Roman Empire. Here we are, ancient origins of the pot pie. Adopted Greek traditions and added a top crust, making them more similar to modern pot pies. Some Roman versions were elaborate. Even containing live birds that will burst out when the pie was cut. Oh my gosh. So according to AI Overview, once again, in the past, we've got the people who came before us finding a way to put art or infuse art into food. So the Roman Empire got so artistic in the realm of making pies, guys. They even contain live birds that will burst out of the pie upon cutting it. I'm assuming this was all for the name of artistic interpretation or artistic expression, but it's really cool. That is neat. I want to know more about the wow. I want to know more about the elaborate pot pie makings. So in the Roman Empire, I'm writing it down, made elaborate pies. Elaborate pot pies. And it says here, some pies contained live birds. Wow, live birds that would burst out when, I spelled when wrong, WHEN, when the pie was cut. I want to know more about the Greek traditions in reference to the elaborate pot pies. So I'm writing it down so just in case I forget, I can come back to it. You know how in the wintertime we have ice sculpting around the world? When you guys have wintertime, we have the snow festival and we have art sculpting. So guys, I'm wondering if they have somewhere like in the cooking world where they have pot pie contests. Since they said that they got elaborate when making the pot pies. Now I've seen some fancy schmancy pie crusts on TV and online, like where they'll put embellishments on the pie shells, like they'll use dough And then they'll press it out into leaves and put the leaves on top of the pie. It's so pretty. It's like, I don't want to eat it. Have you guys seen stuff like that? Elaborate pies. So I wrote it down so I can come back to it. You guys are really tearing it up in the chat. Let's see. We've got medieval and British evolution. Medieval England revived the custom of meat pies as a way to use leftovers. Wow. Mashed potatoes and peas to go with it. The best side's got to be mashed potatoes and peas to go with the pie. That sounds good. It actually reminds me of a vegetable pie, or should I say shepherd's pie. That's close in proxy to shepherd's pie. Roman Empire, thank you for that comment. Roman Empire adopted Greek traditions and added a top crust, making them more similar to modern pot pies. Some Roman versions were elaborate, even containing live birds. I read that part. I lost my place and I read that part already. I'm on medieval and British evolution. It's the medieval and British evolution of the glorious chicken pot pies, to which we'll dive into. We're all getting hungry.
Oh my gosh, thanks a lot, LA. We're all hungry and food isn't ready yet. We don't even have anything prepped.
That sounds like a you problem. You're supposed to be up before me, or at least when I wake up, to be prepping food in the kitchen so I can have breakfast after the live stream.
We didn't prep anything and I'm starving.
That's a you guys problem. I pay you guys a nice amount of money every Friday to have the food ready. I'm going to end up having to order DoorDash after this live stream, because the people I hired to make breakfast and stuff, they overslept. Now they're whining that they're hungry and there's nothing prepped in the kitchen. I'm ordering DoorDash for myself. In the 16th century Britain continued this tradition, and the dish became popular with English gentry. Cooks made pot pies with various meats, including game and birds. Ooh, game and birds. Wow. I never thought of that. Like venison, aka deer meat, is good on its own, but I never thought to put the deer meat, guys, into a pot pie. That sounds so good. Oh my goodness, this is mind-blowing. Finally, I'm having a mind-blowing experience right here on live stream, and it's not because I went down the scary rabbit hole of learning something that I now cannot unlearn. Have you guys ever had a pot pie with they said game, but with deer meat, or rabbit pot pie? What else is considered like off the beaten path of meat? Deer, rabbit, squirrel. Have you guys put any of that type of meat into a pie? It actually sounds quite wonderful. I need to write that down. Wow, this is really cool, guys. I'm really happy and excited about this thought. Wonderful. So let me see here. I'm learning a lot. Where cooked pies with various meats, including game and bird. Game and bird chicken pot pies. Game and bird pot pies. When I read Game and Bird, I instantly thought of Big Bird. Shouts out to Big Bird from Sesame Street. Don't worry, we won't put you into our upcoming pot pies. At Arby's, but no pie. Arby's, yeah, Arby's sells burgers now, don't they? like the Angus beef burger. Oh my gosh, it's just so much to talk about. I wasn't expecting an influx of wonderful information. I was bracing for impact, my cool peeps, for something scary. Now that you mention it, that spicy burrito, welcome in spicy burrito, the Arby's burger. That's right. Wow, I feel great. Like, yeah. Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. Yeah. Meow meow meow. We've got the Arby's burger. Thank you for bringing that up. Spicy burrito. I will write that down. Arby's burger. Oh man. And do not get me started, y'all, on the curly fries. I'm crying a little bit. Hi, this is the Drive-By Double Tap to support you. Take care, Southern California. Thank you for coming in all the way from the beautiful state of California. And thank you so much for just driving by. I really appreciate that. May the rest of your day and the rest of the rest of your days and the rest of your year, and if you are drinking beer, be wonderful, peaceful, and enjoyable. No, I am writing notes because I'm getting a lot of ideas unexpectedly with this topic. For example, about the Roman Empire making elaborate creative pies in the past. So I want to deviate and go off into looking at the pies that the Romans made that were elaborate and detailed, and the fact that you can put game and birds into a pot pie. I never thought of that. That sounds wonderful. And then we had spicy burrito talking about the burger from Arby's. Good mercy, it's just so much to talk about. Thank you for coming in. So moving forward with the topic, it says here, Pennsylvania Dutch version. This version is called Bot Boy, contained noodles and was more like a stew with a top crust. That's interesting. So a noodle pot pie. Have you guys heard, here we go. Have you heard of a noodle pot pie? Well, Tarsus says kangaroo pot pie. Unfortunately, that sounds quite interesting. We're starting to sound like savages. We're stuffing all types of animals in these pies. Oh man, so kangaroo pot pie. Kangaroo pot pies. That sounds good. Good morning to you. Thank you guys for coming in. We are 45 minutes into Freestyle Thursdays with your girl LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Having a good time for a set amount of time here. We've got two different dialogues going on at the same time. We're talking about the wonderful, beloved pot pie of all kinds, and we are talking about pizza. So we have that going on, and I'm learning so many cool things. My paper is already filling up, and we haven't even hit an hour yet. I want to say thank you guys to all my cool people. I am not leaving. I'm just thanking you guys in advance for giving me these really cool ideas to continue the conversations from years to come. Good morning. Thank you for coming in. Medium crust. Can you tell me more about the medium crust, please? Domino's Pizza. They changed their website recently, within a month's time. And they have pictures now. They use pictures more so than words. They have thin crust, New York style, hand tossed, and something else. But the pictures, when they show the finished product of said crust, I still don't understand the differences of the crust variations. Because to me, there's thin crust and then there's the regular crust. Now, when I see the New York style, all it looks to me is like a bigger thin crust cut regularly and not into multiple squares. But moving forward, as I talk more about pizza and wondering what the differences are, I'm going back to AI overview where I've been lightly reading about the origins of the pot pie. Like thin but bigger than an average. Okay, so it's thicker than like these are my fingers, so a little thicker than that. So okay, it's like thin but bigger than average. Okay. That's a new. Thank you. So to keep it simplistic for me so I don't make overcomplicated, we've got thin, medium, and regular crust. Thank you. If I take that analogy into ordering a pizza next time, maybe it won't be so confusing. Thank you for coming in. Goodbye. Thank you for coming in. Have a good day, evening, or night. American adaptation. 19th century America. Pennsylvania Dutch colonists brought their modified pot pie recipe to America. Here we go, guys. Now we're over in America talking about the beloved pot pie. Let's see what they're going to do with it. We've got pies, and I'm going to put some pies in the chat, followed by some hearts. Ooh, I like pot pies. Yum. So, 19th century America, Pennsylvania Dutch colonists brought their modified pot pie recipe to America. Pennsylvania Dutch version. Now I'm reading Pennsylvania Dutch version, but my mind is kind of overriding that, thinking they're going to say Dutch oven. Pennsylvania Dutch version. This version called, I've read that, it's repeating itself, called Bot Boy, contained noodles and was more like a stew with a top crust. The mid-20th century. Mid-20th century. The modern ready-made frozen pot pie became popular in the United States, largely due to brands like Swanson. So who was here first, Swanson or Banquet? Look at spicy burritos. I like it. High five. Hi, y'all. Look at the emoji's mouth is open wide like a Chewbacca. Can you imagine Chewbacca walking around in one of the current installments of the many installments of the Star Wars saga, where he's walking around eating a pot pie? Wouldn't that be funny if you saw him eating a pot pie? That would be cool. Shouts out to Chewbacca. Can you imagine if Chewbacca went to the hair salon? How long would it take to get his hair all straightened out? And heaven forbid that if Chewbacca decided to take a spa day and go to get his hair done after a war in combat, what if his hair is all matted up? How would the ladies take care of taking care of all of his hair? How long would it take? How many people would they need to help with his hair? And how much would they charge Chewbacca to get his hair back into functioning order? Back to his lustrous sheen. Let me adjust my seating so my leg don't fall asleep. Hold on, guys. Because I am sitting down on the floor. This is a simple setup, guys. It's a simple setup. It seems like my leg is already starting to fall asleep. There. I tried the vegetable pot pie before. It's not bad, but I don't recommend you zap it. I don't recommend you zapping it into the microwave, because the last time I had it, which was years ago, it was all watery and it wasn't good. Ooh, Underwater squirrel, thick if I'm eating it with mayo, thin if I'm eating it with ketchup. Now that actually sounds interesting. I'm willing to try dunking pizza into mayonnaise. That sounds good. Thank you for that idea. Never use the microwave. Cool. There's a deeper dive. You guys, we're almost 1 hour into this live stream, and I finally reached down to the end of the first article and going into the deeper dive of Popeyes. Warning, never use the microwave. I repeat, never use the microwave. Our grandmothers and great-grandmas are like, and some of you great-great-grands are like, never use the microwave, child. It's evil. Get that thing out of my house. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm getting a little chilly. Let me get my blanket. Better. You know what? And also, let me get my tea. It should be cooled off enough so I can drink it without burning myself. I got chili. Ooh. The concept of the Popeye has ancient origins dating back to ancient Greece and Rome, evolving over centuries through medieval Europe, England, and finally arriving in the United States with European settlers. The term pot pie itself is believed to have originated in American English around the earliest 19th century. Shouts out to the earliest 19th century for introducing to the world the delicious pot pie. We've got ancient... Now may the Popeyes be with you.
I am reporting live from Sector Blah Blah Beep Boo Boo from the kitchen department, saying with you, in agreement with Tarsus, may the Popeyes be with you. Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you for that display of affection for our beloved Popeyes and Star Wars. Hi, welcome in. We've got ancient origins. Ancient origins, Greece. The earliest known ancestor of the Popeye is the Greek dish called atrocresus. I'm quite sure I said it wrong. A meat filling enclosed in an open pastry shell, followed by ancient Rome. The Romans adopted the Greek idea and expanded upon it, adding a top crust to create a fully enclosed pie. The Romans' version's crust was made of simple flour and olive oil paste and was often inedible. Oh no! Why would you make it and you could not eat it? Serving primarily as a container for the filling. Which could include various meats, seafood, ooh, wow, or eels. At extravagant banquets, Roman chefs would sometimes even place live birds within the crust to fly out when the pie was cut open. Now that I'm reading it again for the second time with more information, it's just making me laugh. A practice that inspired later European trends. You know, cartoons aren't far away from the truth. There was a cartoon on Cartoon Network, I think, called Over the Garden Wall. And there was some like an aristocratic cartoon, and it was like a mini movie series, but I think they had cut open the pie and birds flew out. But now that I'm reading this, they actually did that according to AI Overview in the past, where they were getting fancy with the pies and they would actually put birds in it. This is crazy. Are you serious? 420 Blackbird's poem about pies. So you mean to tell me people really like pies from centuries ago? So let's just say, in the perfect world, in the grand scheme of things, as all in the name of science, fiction, let's just say the veil between worlds got so thin, this come Thanksgiving, we will be able to dine with all the greatest from our past, in reference to the culinary arts of it all. Could you imagine just how great a feast it will be, just if the theme of the gathering was just to bring pies? Good mercy. You know how many to-go boxes I would need? It would be awesome. If I were to go to that feast, at the minimum, I would need at least 40 to-go boxes so I can go around to each table and have a sample of each pie to bring home. Wow, that tea is right on time. Medieval and early modern Europe. During the Middle Ages, meat pies were a staple across Europe, particularly in England, as a practical way to preserve and cook meats and vegetables in sturdy, inedible pasty cases called coffins. Oh my gosh, y'all, I think we're starting to get dark. So, the pot pie crust originally was intended as a protective covering for the food inside. So at the time, the pie crusts were intentionally made tough, unedible. But that was just, wow, this is so much. This is cool. The pie crusts were made you could not eat them. They were intentionally made tough to protect the contents inside the pie. So, having said that, guys, were pot pies actually the unintentionally but intentional Tupperware of the time? Wow, I need to write that down. Who would have thought? I must write that down. Were pot pies the Tupperware of That's a good point. So I want to know that we've got a birthday in here. Wow, can you say happy birthday for my brother? We've got another birthday, y'all. We had a birthday yesterday as well. Let me get the birthday cake emoji set up. Thank you for catching that, Tarsus. Yeah, let me put some birthday cakes in the chat. All right, C-A-K-E, C-A. There's my cakes. Let me get the cakes set up. Cool, we've got a birthday here. Happy birthday, Happy birthday. Yay! I'm getting my emoji set up before I press send. I'm shopping for emojis. Happy birthday. Yay! Happy birthday! Congratulations! You made it through another glorious year. So technically, it's your new year. So happy new year to you, Nick. Happy new year to you. May your new year be even better than your last year. Congratulations!
Oh, woo! We got a birthday here. We've got a birthday. We're having a birthday party. A birthday party. Hey, it's a birthday party. Happy birthday and happy new year.
I know that's right. Now go in the kitchen and fix those pancakes. Medieval and early modern Europe. During the Middle Ages, meat pies were a staple across Europe, particularly in England, as a practical way to preserve and cook meats and vegetables in sturdy, edible pastry cases called coffins. In the 16th and 17th century, Britain meat pies were a popular dish among the wealthy, with recipes calling for elaborate fillings, including, here we go again, multiple birds stuffed inside one another, or the continuation of the Roman flying bird novelty. Arrival in America and the modern pot pie. European settlers, especially German and Swiss immigrants, brought their meat pie recipes and traditions to the New World in the 17th and 18th century. Thank you so much for sharing your delicious recipes with the world. The United States. The dish evolved into regional variations. Regional variations. The term pot pie became distinct in American English. Possibly referred to a pie cooked in a deep dish or pot, often in a more rustic, functional manner, suitable for farming families. Oh, shouts out to the farming families, man. Shouts out to the simpler times and the simpler ways of living. A notable variation in the Pennsylvania Dutch, which is a hearty crustless stew made with large noodle squares, chicken, and vegetables, steamed in the pot rather than baked in the oven. Boy, that sounds wonderful. You guys, it's making me reconsider what I'm going to have for... Oh no, I knocked over my cereal. I didn't knock over my cereal. I knocked over some of my popcorn. Talking about all these wonderful pot pies is making me reconsider what I'm going to make for breakfast today. The English pork pie is finished by The English pork pie is finished by pouring Jell-O inside the pie. As we see, I think I'm not the only one who's been affected in some way, shape, or another from us gathering around the bonfire talking about the Jell-O situation. Thank you for coming in. Welcome in from India. Hello. Welcome. So this is my first time hearing about the noodle pie. So the way things are going, it seems like you can pretty much make anything into some type of pot pie. Much love to you as well. Thank you for coming in. It is exactly 6:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today's date is Thursday, November 20th. Once again, it's 6:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I am reporting live from the state of Georgia. We have a survey here. It built up quite profoundly. Thank you guys, my cool peeps, for participating in the survey. We have 55 cool people who have gathered in and voted. I'm going to read what you guys are saying now. Which pot pie are you picking today? 64% of my cool peeps said chicken pot pie, 13% said turkey, and 24% said vegetable. Wow, that's cool, because when we started, no one picked vegetable pot pie. Now we're a little over, just by milliseconds, we're a little over in the live stream, and we've got 24% of the people picking vegetable. That's a big difference from it being 0%. I chose the turkey pot pie in light of the holidays coming up for us. But yeah, chicken pot pie seems to be the choice, the number one favorite. So thank you guys for participated in the survey. I will keep the survey up and running. Good morning. How are you doing today? Welcome into Freestyle Thursdays with Elay TV. Turkey sandwich. I'm going to put a turkey in the chat. Turkey. Not Mickey, but Turkey. Turkey sandwich in the heezy. So moving forward, we talked about the arrival in America and the modern pot pies, how they've crossed from one side of the world and successfully made it over here. I want to thank everybody for sharing in on the chicken pot recipe, because if you didn't pull your resources together and share recipes, we wouldn't be talking about it today in the year 2025, right? Exactly. Hello. So a notable variation is the Pennsylvania pie, which is a hearty crustless stew made with large noodles. I read that. The first American recipe using the exact term chicken pot pie appeared in the 1839 cookbook. The pot pie became widely accessible as a convenience food with the introduction of frozen, ready-made options by companies like Swanson's in 1950s, solidifying its place as a classic American comfort food. They mentioned Swanson's again, so I'm wondering who was first. Was Swanson's first or was Banquet first? Was Swanson? Hello? Wow, I'm doing great. It's amazing and nice to see so many people from around the world. Come on here. You're from New Guinea. I'm doing great. It is a wonderful world. You know, you have to do your due diligence to pick out the good from the bad. It's up to you to do that. And sometimes we may forget how to find the good within the bad because it just seems to be so much bad. But we're here to remind one another how to do that. Welcome in, everybody. Puerto Rico. That is so cool. A round of applause for everybody. Wow. This is cool. Shout out to all of you guys. And I'm thankful for modern day technology because this sure is really cool, you know? So I'm writing in right now, guys, another thought. Who was first, Swanson Pot Pies, or was it Banquet Pot Pie Company? Or Banquet? Now, I've had Swanson's food before, but I think my first memory of having Swanson's frozen food was their breakfast, and it was good. That's a small childhood memory. We had frozen a frozen banquet, no, frozen Swanson breakfast when we moved into my second and permanent childhood home. What's going on? You're from Georgia? You're from Saudi Arabia? Hi, how are you guys doing? The time for me over here is 6:08 in the morning. Wow. So we have here, once again, I do want to reread this again because I like how this just tied up everything. The pot pie became widely accessible as a convenience food with the introduction of frozen, ready-made options by companies like Swanson's in the 1950s, solidifying its place as a classic American comfort food. Y'all, it's nothing like comfort food. Now, I was first introduced to the term comfort food by watching Oprah Winfrey when she had her TV show. Comfort food, mashed potatoes and gravy, smothered pork chops, smothered fried chicken, triple dipped in grease, French vanilla ice cream, caramel, nuts on the top with candy, and crumble some potato chips on top of there. Let's go, comfort food. Let's go. It's 2:08 where you are? Wow. The world is so big, y'all. It's set up in so many different time zones. Thank you. Welcome in from Texas. Cool. Welcome in, my cool people. I would like to have learned more, but that's the deep dive. So what I'm going to do is go backwards and pick out of this long topic of things in reference to pot pies. What do I want to know first? Oh boy, what do I want to pick first? We have pot pies. I think I'm going to go with the Swanson's pot pie. Can you please tell me more about the Swanson pot pie brand pot pies? All right, so I'm waiting for AI overview to load this up. We have here the Swanson brand played a pivotal role in popularizing the pot pie. Thank you, AI, for pulling up this information about the Swanson's brand pot pies. I spelled it wrong, but it knew what I was talking about. The Swanson brand played a pivotal role in popularizing the pot pie by introducing the first mass-produced frozen version in the United States. Key details about Swanson pot pies. Introduction date. C.A. Swanson and Sons, not Swanson and Sons. Now I've heard of Sanford and Sons, the TV show where the Pop and Son ran a junkyard. Junkyards are really cool, guys. Shouts out to the people who own and run junkyards. They're a really nice place. It's so much treasure bestowed and hidden in the junkyard. But we're not talking about Sanford and Sons. We're talking about, what did they say? Swanson's and Sons Frozen Food Company. Swanson and Sons introduced the first frozen pot pie, y'all, in 1951. A couple of years before their famous TV dinners hit the market. It's so much to talk about. I am really trying to stay in one wavelength. Who would have thought we would have tapped in on the evolution of TV dinners? So what came first, pot pies or TV dinners? So it says here, it seems according to AI overview, pot pies may have been created or invented before TV dinners hit the market. Who would have thought? So that is really cool. We've got TV dinners. Shouts out to TV dinners. And shouts out to chicken pot pies. We've got original flavors. The initial offerings were frozen chicken and turkey pot pies. Isn't that choice enough? We've got the initial offerings were frozen chicken and turkey pot pies, packaged in individual aluminum trays, ready to be heated in a conventional oven. I miss pot pies coming into being in the aluminum pans. Pot pies now come in this not plastic. They come in the cardboard or something, so you can put it in the microwave. Thank you so much. You cannot go live, Tarsus? No. With the way you're going on your YouTube shorts, you should be able to soon. Isn't that a new thing now? You have to have so many shorts or so many uploads. Yeah, the minimum requirement if you want to go live, I think. Don't quote me now. You have to have at least 3 video uploads. But video uploads don't have to be long. They can be like a minute or two. and don't transfer them over to a short, and then you can be done with that, or have a certain amount of YouTube shorts. And last time I checked, your YouTube shorts are growing. So if you want to go live, it seems like you're well on your way. Thank you. I love your personality. I want to write something else down. It's like, where do I start and start writing notes? Now, there's another thing that I found interesting. We've got Swanson's and Sons. Swanson and Sons Frozen Food Company. I'm writing down a couple of notes, guys. Yeah, I'm rooting for you, man. You got this. Here he comes.
Oh, man, yeah, you gotta go live, man. It's gonna work out just fine. Just keep moving forward. Slow and steady wins the race. Shouts out to Tarsus, guys. Check him out. Like, go over to his channel and see his shorts and stuff. See what he's got going. Support him also so he can do the live thing. Let's go. Let's go. And by the way, the pancakes are done.
Oh, really? Y'all, the pancakes are done. We are an hour and 15 minutes into the live stream, and the pancakes are finally done. It's about time, because I was going to order me some DoorDash for breakfast because you guys are slacking off on the job. Swanson and Son Frozen Foods, not to be confused. Excuse me a minute while I write down some notes from what I've been finding out and learning today with the Popeye topic. It says here, Swanson's and Sons Frozen Food. All right. There was something else that caught my attention. The initial offerings were frozen chicken and turkey pot pies packaged in individual aluminum trays. The aluminum trays part, I want to know when and why they stopped putting pot pies in aluminum trays. Did they stop putting pot pies in aluminum? Is spelled ALUMINUM, aluminum trays. Now that is a good question. We've got product composition. Early pot pies contain chicken or turkey, green peas, and peppers. Ooh, a spicy chicken pot pie. No. That sounds great. Product composition. Early pot pies contain chicken or turkey, gravy, green peas, and red peppers, all within the pastry crust. Today's versions feature a similar classic recipe with a flaky crust, tender meat, and mixed vegetables like carrots, potatoes, and the wonderful peas. I like peas. It's like, what's a pot pie without peas? Hi, welcome in. How are you doing today? Convenience and popularity. The frozen pot pie was a product of the post-World War II era. Wow. Catering to the growing need for convenient, easy-to-prepare meals as more women entered the workforce. Wow. The product's success helped establish frozen foods as a staple in American households. Wow. Let me take a breath and adjust. I'm learning so much. I'm actually learning world history just at the helm of wanting to learn more about a delicious pot pie. You guys, thank you so much for pressing the like. I already have 20 likes. That's like 10 likes an hour practically. That's pretty darn cool. Or should I say like Finn the human from Adventure Time? Mathematical! The tea is at the right temperature, guys, and it's going to keep me nice and warm. It's got to be a little chilly outside today. I didn't look at the weather this morning when I woke up, but based on me needing a blanket and gravitating more to my tea than my water, it's got to be a chilly day outside today. I'm organizing my area really quickly so I don't accidentally step on my earmuffs. I spilled popcorn underneath my desk, and I just vacuumed yesterday after Baskethead. Every time Baskethead is live, there's always a mess of food everywhere. So it's mandatory vacuuming after it's the intentionally very long live stream show with Baskethead. I have to vacuum the floor. And I up and made a mess now, so I'm going to have to definitely vacuum after this live stream. I wanted to eat popcorn. No, I'm not underwater. But Hercules the shark will be underwater tomorrow. Hercules the shark is on at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and he will be underwater. Let's see here. Moving forward, let me get things set up really quickly. I'm going to check out some things here in the background really quickly. We've got, my turkey. I chose turkey pot pies. I chose the turkey pot pie. What pie did you choose? Turkey pot pie, what pie did you choose? We've got, where's the happy face? There. I chose turkey pot pie today. What pie did you choose? You guys, when you eat your chicken pot pies, turkey pot pies, and those of you who pick vegetable pot pies, do you like having a dinner roll on the side of one or two dinner rolls? In addition to that, one of the cool peeps earlier said that they like to have their peas, I believe, and mashed potatoes as their two sides when eating a wonderful pot pie. Let me go check some things out in the background really quickly. Wow, Tarsus, that's a good question. I wonder what kind of pot pies Hercules the shark would like. I bet his grandma can make a mean chicken pot pie. You know, Hercules the shark grandma is making cookies. I wonder how that's going. You know, I haven't heard him talk about his grandma baking cookies recently. The last time he made mentions of his grandma making cookies was under the notion that she is baking cookies and she's selling them. She's selling them to the local people in her community and the shark people who work like at the hospitals and stuff. Beyond that, who knows what's shaking down and around in those parts undersea. But I do look forward to seeing Hercules. He hasn't called us, guys, all week. This is the first time since Hercules has been on board working with Elay TV that he has not reached out and telephoned us. But yesterday during It's the Intentionally Very Long live stream show with Baskethead, he did send a text message and he told everybody hello, he sends his love, and also thank you for thinking of him. So on that note, I can only assume that Hercules is having a really good time because this is the first time he's never called us. Perhaps he got back into his therapy sessions and they're working out. We'll find all that out tomorrow morning because I want to know too. In reference to the Swanson brand making pot pies, the Swanson brand played a pivotal role in popularizing the pot pie by introducing the first mass-produced frozen version in the United States. Scrolling down, company history and ownership. The original company was founded by Swedish immigrant Carl A. Swanson in Omaha, Nebraska.
In Omaha, Nebraska.
After Carl's passing away in 1949, his sons Gilbert and Clark. Now that sounds like a company that sounds like a superhero theme show. Next time on Gilbert and Clark. Dun 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 dun. Oh my gosh, that was a little bit of a mix of Superman and Batman the animated series show, right? Thank you, and so are you. Thank you so much, King Orth Noises. King Orth Noises. But in reference to the company history, it says here, after Carl's passing away in 1949, his sons Gilbert and Clark took over and expanded into frozen foods. So this is cool, you guys, because I don't see this much anymore. Like, you know, when, like, let's see, parents, they cultivate and foster a business, right? And then you will hope that your child will want to carry on that business. Nowadays, they don't want to. So this is nice to see that the kids did inherit a business, and obviously they wanted to take it on. And in addition to that, they expanded on it by making frozen foods. So in this notion alone, it's very refreshing right here for me to read a business where the kids wanted to carry on the legacy. So that's making me feel really good to see, guys. That's really good. So shouts out to Gilbert and Clark for inheriting, rightfully so, their father's Swanson's food business and also expanding in it. We've got Swanson Company was acquired by the Campbell Soup Company in 1955. Introducing Campbell Soup. You guys, I'm not a culinary art person. I do enjoy cooking food. Albeit I may not be the best, but I think the fact that I really enjoy cooking food, that's why the food tastes good. According to my family. But there's so much history in food. So let's just say this. You may not be a history buff, social studies, political science, all of the sciences and politics. You don't necessarily have to study history on those veins. You can inadvertently, if I use that word correctly, learn history through culinary arts. So if you are interested in wanting to know about your history, but not the boring way, how about learning history through food? Because I just wanted to know about the origin of a pot pie, but it's going back into the Roman Greek times. It's going back to how it started there, then came over here into America, and how companies were started just on the helm of a pot pie. So, dude, this is really fun. I'm just taking it all in because I too am learning something. So if I'm learning something, I'm quite sure you guys are learning something, and my replay gang are as well. Bam. So that's something I want to write down too, because that's a note I want to pass on to my family. I'm going to write this down really quickly. If you do not like let me see. By learning there. All right. So I have that note written down on here, you guys. I'm going to end up having to turn the page over in a minute. We already told your brother happy birthday. Thank you for still being here. We have here, in 1988, the frozen meal business was spun off and eventually became part of Conagra Brands, which currently owns the rights to the Swanson name for frozen meals and Popeyes in North America. The current status. Ooh, I want some cereal for this. Excuse me. I've got Fruit Loops again. Take one and pass it around. Swanson pot pies remain a popular comfort food option, known for their ease of preparation in either a microwave or conventional oven. While the full TV dinner line is now produced under the Hungry Man brand. You guys, we were talking about Hungry Man TV dinners an hour ago, saying that what if the Hungry Man people made a Hungry Man pot pie for men? So it could be healthy and last 2 to 3 days, right? So I don't knock them over, cause I already knocked over my popcorn. I should have had the bag closed, cause it's sitting underneath. My snacks are sitting underneath my desk. I get them pre-wrapped. I get my snacks usually pre-prepped the night before, right before I go to sleep. So I have them ready, and so I have them covered up and under my desk. I didn't do that with my popcorn because I opened it, but where I made the mistake was that I didn't, after opening the popcorn, I should have put it on top of my desk, because I'll forget, and I knocked it over. Yup. Swanson pies remain a popular comfort food option, known for their ease of preparation in either a microwave or conventional oven. While the full TV dinner line is now produced under the Hungry Man brand, the Swanson name is still used for broths and the classic pot pies. Well, I'll take that for $1. I'm here for the good luck. Thank you for the good luck, good news. Having said that, let me see here. Oh boy. Dang it. Here we are. Let me put that in here. Here for the good luck. Here for the... I'll take that. And thanks. That's really cool. I'm here for the good luck. I'll take that. No, 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 no. The time right now is 6:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Thursday, November 20th. This is Freestyle Thursdays with LA. I am not going anywhere like that, but I do have to go to the potty. I've been drinking a lot of water. So I will be right back. Let me let you guys know. Bye. I gotta go to the potty. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta use the ladies' room. Oh man, I've got popcorn. Where else did the popcorn spill? You guys, I gotta get this popcorn up off the floor because I'm gonna step on it. And then if I step on it, it's gonna be turned into a little piece. So I'm gonna pick up the popcorn really quickly. And I just vacuumed. My blanket. My blanket. So I have the popcorn off the floor so I don't step on it and make matters worse. So now that I've done that, I won't even have to vacuum anymore. Yes. Well, since I'm up, this is the popcorn I spilled on the floor. I'm going to dump it into the waste basket and I'll be right back. I'm back. My blanket. I gotta figure out which way I want to sit, where it's comfortable. It feels like it's a Friday. Technically, it is my Friday because Thursdays are my last day of working because Hercules the shark, he comes on Fridays and he take care of things on Fridays. I'm glad I had to use the potty because not only did I get my eye drops because my eyes are irritated, and I went on and picked up the popcorn, so now I won't make the mess worse. So I need to get some more eye drops. I usually will have eye drops right here at the desk. Boy. Goodness, that's so much better. My favorite snack is the dropped or split snacks. Like the first thing I can think of, like the pistachios, how they're split like that. Gosh. That's better. Woo. I should have done this a long time ago. I missed my eye completely. And I mean, my eye is right there. How do you miss your eye and it's right there? Whatever. She's crying. I'm not crying. Now that my eyes are hydrated, all of this part feels better. Thank you guys for waiting while I went to go get things done behind the scenes. That's really nice of you guys. So let me close this up so I don't make the mistake again. There. So what we're talking about today is the current status of where the Swanson Pot Pie Company stands. It seems like they've sold the company, or should I say, I don't want to say that. Some business situations have happened between Campbell's Soup and someone else over time. Like it says that the name, they don't own the name anymore or something. It says Swanson Company was acquired by Campbell Soup in 1955. In 1998, the frozen meal business was spun off, and eventually became part of the Conagra Brands, which currently owns the rights to the Swanson name. Wow. So Swanson's name for frozen meals and pot pies in North America. So this brand currently spelled Conagra, the Conagra Brands, currently owns the rights to the Swanson's name. So for how long will they own the names? You've got thin crust. All right. Earlier today, in reference to pizza, there was someone in from Hawaii. I don't know if he or she is still in here, but shouts out to the Hawaiian who picked the toppings, of course, pineapple and ham, and it was on, was it medium crust pizza? Medium crust? Well, that sounds really good. So we have 73 cool peeps who participated in today's survey. Which pot pie are you picking today? I picked the turkey pot pie today. So 63% of my cool peeps said chicken. 12% said turkey. I was a part of the 12% who chose turkey. And for the vegetable pot pie, we have now 20%. So the votes just changed again. That's really cool, guys. Thank you. Chicken pot pie is at a whopping 68%. Turkey is at a smooth 12%. And vegetable pot pie is at 20%. Now, I've had vegetable pot pie years ago. And I put that thing in the microwave, and it was nasty. Earlier, one of the cool peeps said, never put a chicken pot pie in the microwave. I agree, because it made it so watery. It was like, oh man, what have I done? I put my pot pie in the microwave because I took it to work. That was my lunch for the day. And that was probably around the time when at least Banquet pot pie anything converted over from the aluminum pan to this cardboard type of pan. And they were like microwavable, so that was the stick. That was the selling point back then for the pot pie. It was microwavable. So that made me happy. And I didn't have that much experience with microwaves at that point in my life, honestly. So I didn't know that it was going to come out tasting like that. But yeah, that's how I learned the hard way. I had to eat it much of the pot pie that I could because that was all I had for lunch. Boy, never again, y'all. So in reference to the current status of the Swanson brand frozen food company regarding pot pies, we have Swanson pot pies remain a popular comfort food option, known for their ease of preparation in either a microwave or conventional oven. While the full TV dinner line is now produced under the Hungry Man brand, the Swanson name is still used for broths and classic pot pies. Ooh, get you a good chicken broth. Put your vegetables in there, y'all. Ooh-wee. For more information on current product offerings, you can check the Congera brand's website for Canada or local grocery store pages, example Food Depot and Instacart. Thank you, AI, for providing this enlightening information on chicken pot pies and pot pies in general. I want to bookmark these pages. So let me see here. I need to create a new folder in my bookmark section for the beloved pot pies. So let me put new folder, pot pies. I was asking before, I don't know, do you guys like to put dinner rolls on the side of your pot pies? I'd like to have dinner rolls, preferably. But if we don't have any dinner rolls on deck, of course I'll get a couple of slices of bread. Maybe put a little butter on it, but I don't necessarily have to put butter on my bread when it comes to the pot pie anything, because the gravy alone is good. So I can just get a teaspoon, or if I'm greedy, a tablespoon of gravy from my delectable pot pie and put it on the bread, and I'm good to go. It's a whole meal. And then have some milk with it. Do you guys drink milk with your pot pies? I do, when I can. Meaning, when I remember. Because sometimes I just be so zeroed in on the pot pie, I don't get so in detail with the drink. The pot pie is the main event. But if I catch myself and slow down and not rush aimlessly towards the pot pie when I go in the kitchen, foregoing the drink, and going directly to the main course meal, perhaps I will remember if the pot pie isn't gone. Girl, go get you some milk with that. You need to slow down. Live a little. Stop and smell the roses. Why are you moving so fast, girl? The pot pie will be there. Put it down. Just put the pot pie down. Go over to the refrigerator, girl, and get your milk. I'm going to try. But all it takes is that one little taste. You get your spoon and you crack open the shell and you taste the pot pie, and it's like it's a wrap. You're like, oh, and you just keep eating. And then before you know it, it's gone, and you didn't even make it to the table or back in front of the television as intended. The food is gone. So that means you got to make another one. So you have to have at least 2 pot pies on deck. One where you blindly eat it, and then the second one so you can actually eat the pot pie and enjoy it as it was intended to, in front of the TV. Good morning. How are you doing? How's things going with you? Welcome in. I like peas and mashed potatoes with my Popeyes. Yeah, now I don't think I've ever had an alcoholic beverage with my Popeye. But the combination regarding an alcoholic beverage like a beer, it would have to be a dark beer. And the Popeye of choice would have to be beef. A beef pot pie with a dark beer. I would definitely have to have 2 to 3 well toasted dinner rolls with butter and some peas. Yes. And probably some carrots too. So man, now that sounds fun. That sounds like the perfect meal. It's not Hercules. That not Hercules, but what's that large man? Hagrid, or is it Hagrid from Harry Potter, the big old guy who lives alone in the cottage? Now that seems like the meal for him. And it actually seems like he will be actually good at making that. Shouts out to Hagrid from Harry Potter. Excuse me. Saison or sour beers? Sour beers, do that comprise of green apple? How do you make beer sour apart from using apples? I know it can be done, but that's my guess from not being well educated on alcoholic beverages. That's pretty darn cool. High five to you. So I read, oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I went back and put my Popeye notes. I went back and put my Popeye news into the bookmarks for future reference. Man, that's a whole nother story. Just like how it's so many sub stories in reference to the Popeye today. They talked about Swanson Popeyes, the Hungry Man, frozen TV dinners, how in the Roman time and the Greek time, they had Popeyes, like culinary Popeyes, where they turned the whole thing into this art presentation. How can you not like that? I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying something as simplistic as a Popeye turned into culinary art, a thing of beauty, and put on display. That's amazing. You guys, people are really cool. Popeyes could fill up a number of episodes, just like the Jello, Tarsus. I had to find a way to pull away from the Jello, because I could have went on and on about that, honestly. But it was just sending me into this dark place in the dark web of knowledge where I just was like, I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm going to have to find a place to conclude this Jello series because I was not. Cue the little guy.
Never in my wildest dreams would I've ever fathomed all the dark sides and entendres of Jello. Jello was supposed to be something fun and jiggly to eat, not something scary. Oh, Stranger Things. Oh.
Are you wailing? Was he wailing over the thought of how Jello was made?
How many platforms are you streaming to? Is it just YouTube, or do you have like multiple devices you use?
Well, currently I am streaming only to YouTube. Sometimes when StreamYard opens up their door and allow me to have a discount price on StreamYard, that's when you'll see me streaming to multiple platforms. But right now, StreamYard is quite expensive. So I only wait for me to get like a steep discount, something that's affordable, then I take advantage of it. Before that, I used to use OBS, but my desktop computer is broken. So I cannot do OBS and stream on multiple platforms currently. The new computer that I have right now is a Google Chromebook, but unfortunately, the particular Chromebook I didn't know. I'm not able to run OBS on this particular Chromebook, so here we are. We're using the bare structure of what I have to make it work until further notice. Thank you for asking. But yeah, if you go through my YouTube history, you'll see some of the you'll see sometimes where I did have the option to use StreamYard and OBS, but right now those things aren't working. Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. Are you playing? You know, it's like I don't want to be being emotionally pulled all over the place, so I'll take it for what it is. I'm sorry that your cat passed away. How are you coping with that? I am very, very sorry. Yeah, I feel like sometimes people use like multiple phones or webcam and then the phone so they can go to different platforms. Yeah, I am quite engaging. Thank you for that. So my setup currently at the time for the past maybe last quarter of this year, I've been bare minimum. How do you say bare minimuming it? Whatever, you know what I'm saying. I am going live stream on my cell phone, and then I have my Chromebook open so I can read the articles on one side, and then also see what you guys are saying on the other. And so when I can chat with you guys like by typing sometimes too. Tell me about it. Sorry to hear that. It's sad news, Alexa. Tell me about it. The loss of a pet is sad. One way to transform your sadness after you get to a certain point in your grief through a loss of a pet is to transform that pet into a story. You can turn your lost pet and turn him or her into a story so that their essence can live on through like a picture book or a chapter book or something. So that's my advice. And once again, if you aren't playing around, Alexa, I do apologize for the loss of your pet. I want to know one more thing about the Popeyes. We're already approaching the 2-hour mark. I'm not going to leave just yet. I want to know one more thing about the Popeyes. Let me go back to the very top of my notes and see what is said here. Vegetable Popeyes. When were the vegetable Popeyes out? Like, when did they hit mainstream? That's what I want to know. Thank you so much. Hey, that's all right. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to learn. I really appreciate it. Seems like yeah, I am. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad you were able to learn something over here. If you want to know more, there is a playlist called Exploring the YouTube Bible. And I'm dressed in the ladybug outfit, and all those videos is basically me struggling on live stream, trying to understand the rules and the constant changes of YouTube's rules and guidelines. The goal is so I can have a better understanding and hopes that you guys won't have to struggle through it like I did. So if anything, if you want a quick Cliff's Notes crash course on the YouTube rundown and you don't have a lot of time, the first video is called I Graduated YouTube or something like that. That would be my one and only video I recommend to you. It's less than 7 minutes, and if you put it on speed, if you speed it up, if you don't have that much time, that's pretty much a crash course of what I learned over the 13 years I've been on YouTube. So perhaps you can harvest some information from what I've learned so you can apply it to you, because I don't want you to take as long as I did to understand YouTube. If you listen to that, you'll probably be able to pick it up faster. So I'm rooting for you too. A pet picture book, that's an amazing idea. That's a healthy way to transfer grief and sorrow and to accept it. but also to celebrate the life of a pet who, or someone who had an impact in your life. Turn it into a book. Or yeah, some people did taxidermy. That's a thing that they did in the past. People are still doing that, but we need other ways besides taxidermy to remember our pets. So kudos to you. I know you'll be able to make it through this. My question on here is when did the vegetable pot pie should I say become marketable? When did the veggie pot pie start? Let me put start to sell, for lack of a better way to rephrase it. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. My 14th year on YouTube will be January 21st next year. I'll be entering 14 years of YouTubing January 21st. Thank you so much for coming in. You are amazing and you can make it. It has here the first commercially successful frozen vegetable pot pie was introduced by Amy's Kitchen in 1987. Boy, this is interesting. While meat-based frozen pot pies have been available since the early 1950s from companies like Swanson, dedicated vegetarian options did not appear in the mass market until decades later. Wow. Tarsus said, will a vegetable pot pie ever be marketable? Why does that sound like some Shakespearean type of stuff?
When will the vegetable pot pie ever be marketable? When I say, whoa, here we go again. Whoa, what say you? When will a vegetable pot pie ever be marketable?
Wow. I'm here to discuss I don't know what that is. Moving forward, the community, thank you for coming in though. How are you doing? We've got the first commercially successful frozen vegetable pot pie was introduced by Amy's Kitchen in 1987. Moving forward, we've got the background of the frozen pot pie. Early frozen pot pies, C.A. Swanson Company first introduced the frozen chicken pot pie in 1951, followed by other meat varieties like beef and turkey. Y'all, I did not put beef pot pie in the survey. I forgot. It's like beef pot pie is an afterthought. So we have here other meat, followed by other meat varieties like beef and turkey, which became a widespread American comfort food. Comfort food, says the flying parrot in the background. These early visions were popular as a convenient, ready-made meal option. The veggie pot pie emerges. Oh, we've got the veggie pot pie emergence. Let me see if I can get my light. The light. Oh no, it's the emergence of the veggie pot pie. It's too much to bear. Get that pot pie out of my face. Behold, the veggie pot pie emergence. The specific need for organic and vegetarian frozen meals was identified in the late 1980s, y'all. 1980s. Amy's Kitchen was founded by Andy and Rachel Berliner. Berliner. Amy's Kitchen was founded by Andy and Rachel Berliner to fill this niche, making their very first product a vegetable pot pie. Wow! Not only did they lead the charge, according to them personally, they rode over Beethoven by leading the way with the vegetable pot pie. The product was made in their family kitchen, and sold locally before growing into a large, well-known brand, offering a wide variety of vegetarian, organic, and gluten-free frozen foods. I would have chosen beef pot pie or kangaroo. What in the jello is going on? Tarsus, you be coming up with Frankenstein recipes. Tarsus has Frankenstein food recipes, and Oliver Smith, when he's in here, he has Mediterranean style food choices. So we have a nice balance over here, guys, when talking about food combinations. Shouts out to you guys. The article wraps up saying, today various brands include Alpha Foods, offer a range of vegetarian and vegan pot pies, the growing diversity in dietary preferences of it all. This is what led me down the dark web of Jello when I found out there's a such thing as vegetarian Jello. Halloween is over. I do not want to discuss Jello right now. And all the dark things. Oh, I don't want to go back to the... I don't want to go talking about that again. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Keys Positivity Movement. Happy Thursday to all of you guys. Keys Positivity Movement. The current time right now for me is 7:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the beautiful state of Georgia. It is November 20th, 2025, and we are 2 hours, 6 minutes into Freestyle Thursdays. Welcome in, guys. The schedule is as follows. Monday and Tuesday is Monday Mood Motivational Mondays, helping move, power, move your work week. Tuesdays is the cow as well, morning mood. Wednesdays is it's the intentionally very long live stream show with Basket Head. Yesterday we were on the mothership, y'all, for 7 record breaking hours. Meow. Yes, I beat my own personal record. We were live streaming yesterday. I must repeat because this sounds really cool, and still I haven't even come to grips to it. 7 glorious live stream hours yesterday. We were flying around the mothership. What a great show. You guys really showed up and showed out yesterday, to me personally speaking. The engagement was really nice. I have so many notes, guys, from yesterday's live stream. And I didn't even get a chance to go through all of them. I only went through half of them, and we hit the 7-hour marker. Can you imagine how much longer I would have been on the show if I decided to read the rest of the notes? We probably would have been on there 3 to 4 more hours. Perhaps in the future, I can pre-plan an extremely long live stream show with Basket Head. That will surpass the 7-hour live stream mark. Today is Thursday. It's Freestyle Thursdays. Tomorrow, back by popular demand because of you, my cool peeps, your boy, Hercules the Shark. Hercules. He will be on Elay TV, Fish Fry Fridays with Hercules the Shark at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in addition to that, after he finishes his 30-minute set or longer, he will be back on in an hour or two reading, allegedly, direct from the teleprompter or script about random music artists and music topics. Let's see how well Hercules the Shark sticks to the script when he's reading about music artists and legends. Last show, he could not stick to the script to save his life. We're going to have a talk about that. Come to think about it, maybe that's why he didn't call me over the week, because he know he went out of line. He got out of pocket, and how James Brown said, "You done got me outside of my body." Hercules the Shark went outside of his body last Friday, going off of the script, so he might think he gonna be in trouble. The mothership was lit, and can't wait to see if Hercules the Shark shows up tomorrow. Right on, Scott the Rock. Bam. I know. Hercules, I think he's in trouble because of the last week's show on Fusion Friday's music. We could not keep him stick to the script for nothing. We gonna see. Let me go to the top of the survey. We have so many people participate in the survey. The survey is pulling up right now. I'm going to have Bella Swan join us because she didn't get that much airtime today. And she's going to read the survey results.
Hello, greetings, good morning, everybody. I'm Bella Swan, the Funko Pop version from Twilight. And LA, thank you for letting me get some airtime because I'm so beautiful. Anyways, which pot pie are you picking today? Chicken pot pie is at 66% and chicken pot pie won. We got vegetable pot pie coming in at 21%. Shout out to my cool people for voting 21% for vegetable pot pie. I voted for vegetable pot pie because I'm a pretty girl, and pretty girls eat vegetables only. Girl, please. And lastly, the turkey pot pie. Ellie, you picked the turkey pot pie. Ew. Came in at 13%. Thank you guys for participating in today's chicken pot pie survey. Bye.
Thank you, Bella Swan. And for those of you who don't know, they finally fixed the pancakes, so I don't have to order DoorDash for breakfast. I don't have to order DoorDash to deliver me my breakfast. The pancakes are done. Hercules is a good egg. Yeah, because we make sure he tries to surround himself by the good, impressionable people, so he don't go on the other side of life, which is the dark side of life. We have to rein him in sometimes. But Hercules is a wonderful shark. I'm glad he's a part of the team. Hercules is starting to become a beloved national treasure. Hercules the shark is a national treasure.
Hercules is a national treasure. Yes.
Oh, yes, I agree too. Please sit down. Hercules the shark, yes, he is a national treasure. Let the committee agree to that. If there's one thing we are not able to equally agree on, we are equally able to agree on the fact that Hercules the shark is that. He's that guy. Who would have thought? You guys, this tea is wonderful. Today's tea of choice is the simplistic things. It's Lipton. And the message on the back says, embrace a world of possibilities. You have already embraced limitless worlds of possibility, unlimited worlds of possibility here on Elay TV today. Just by talking about a simple topic of chicken pot pies, I've learned so much stuff already. Not thinking I was going to be that type of educated. For example, I just wanted to know the origin of chicken pot pies, guys. And I got a history lesson, and that was fun. So if you're not into learning history the old-fashioned way, but still want to know about history of things, start with food. and type in the origins, because it'll let you know how the food was developed, where it came from, and why it was developed, and the history of that food traveling from one country to the next. And you get to be introduced to the creators, and then to the corporations, because the corporations are actually a part of history, and they run the world too. So it's really cool. So you'll be able to still be connected to history, but in the way that's not so defunct and suffocating, defunct and suffocating. Embrace a world of possibilities. That's Hercules' motto and mission statement. Remember when Hercules the shark was thinking about setting up some type of press conference of his own, because the press conference he went to, he was enraged because it was highly disappointing and he didn't learn anything. So it's funny you should mention that, because that's the thought that came to mind, Tarsus. Embrace a world of possibilities. That Hercules motto and mission statement. Yeah, I think it was when Hercules the shark was going to the press conference after the live stream to see what was going on with the lady in real life who got bit by a shark in New York. They were having a meeting, and he needed to go see what was going on, if they handled the situation, making sure they didn't embellish the situation. He wanted to see if it was true or not. The committee was supposed to send flowers to the lady in New York who got bit by a shark sometime this year in the summer. And he was just disappointed that they really didn't do much, and he felt that he could do better. So in the name of underwater politics, I think I could see Hercules the shark maybe going in that direction, bridging the gap between human shark bite casualties and the softer sides of sharks. You guys, you have anything else to say before I get ready to wrap this up? I'll wait a little bit and see if you guys have anything else, some questions or what. On out of here. Wow, this is the right temperature. I love when the tea gets to this type of temperature. I had to keep the lid off for a while. It was boiling hot. We have a electric tea kettle. Is it an electric tea kettle? No. What is that thing? It's an electric something, and it boils the water really quickly. So that's how I make my tea, or hot water or ramen noodles. So I had to keep the lid off for at least 8 to 10 minutes so it won't be scalding hot. And then I put the lid on, and it keeps it a safe temperature for me. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. All right, what a great way to get ready to wrap up the show. Let me close out the menus in the background. I need to make sure I have, I don't have that bookmarked. Oh, excuse me. Ramen noodles. I like ramen noodles. Shouts out to ramen noodles. They will save your life. Keep them in your car. Keep them in your purse. Keep them in your briefcase. Keep them in your cargo jeans. Because you never know where you might get hungry. But you can always get boiling water from a convenience store. You can always get a bowl and some hot water from a gas station. And you'll always have something to eat. I love you guys. Thank you for coming in so much. Liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a safe weekend. I will be back on Monday. I love you all. I said it again because I mean it. In the crazy mad world, it is our mission to find the happiness in the bad things. Bye bye, guys. What a wonderful world. Bye, y'all. Thank you, Tarsus.